Today I'm going to be replaying Baker Mayfield's rookie season in Madden 19. I'm only allowed to play 5 games and we have some objectives. I must throw for at least 27 touchdowns, 3,800 yards and make the playoffs. Enjoy! Baker starts off as an 81 overall rookie, which is great for us. We would end up losing the first game of the season without Baker Mayfield because he first played in week 3 in real life, so I thought this would be the most fair. The second game would not go much better for us since we lost again to the Saints. So this is going to be a little bit more difficult for us to make the playoffs, but that's completely fine with me. So Baker will complete his first ever pass on this play right here to David Njoku for about 10 or 11 yards. We would end up getting stopped on this drive after a dump off to Duke Johnson for about 7 yards. As a result of this, we would go for a field goal, which we unfortunately missed. On the next drive, Baker would show off his Michael Vick-esque speed with this amazing 15-yard rush. Truly amazing speed on display right here. We would end up getting stopped on this drive right here in this sec where I forgot to pass the ball. Okay, so I've just realized this now. I didn't record the rest of the game, so I just wasted some time. So I'm just going to force a loss in this game, so it's just going to be a little more difficult. But then I'm going to play against the Raiders in the next week. So yeah, here's a little view of Baker's stat line against the Jets from the game we forced a loss to us. It's actually a pretty decent stat line. It's a great amount of yards for our goal, and TDs is one touchdown is okay. All things considered, it's a decent game for us, considering we forced a loss, but it's going to be a little bit more difficult to make the playoffs now, since we are 0-3. Baker knew we needed a great first drive, because of a lot of circumstances. We need to, of course, make the playoffs, which is one of our goals, but also we need to complete our touchdown goal, and also our yards goal. And of course it's really important for us to get a win since we are 0-3, and that's what ultimately Baker did. He would go out and complete pass after pass, dime after dime. It was really a great first drive for us, and it would ultimately result in a touchdown on the last play of the drive, which was the throw right here to Antonio Callaway, which was another dime by Baker. So the first drive worked perfectly for us. We would end up getting the ball back with about 2 minutes left of the second quarter, where Baker would start off with hitting David Njoku for about 25 yards or so, and on the next pass he would hit David Njoku again for about 25 yards. After that we would try to hit Jarvis Landry on a jump ball, but that didn't work. We ended up settling for a field goal after this incompletion. We started off the second half pretty great with this kick return right here for about 35 yards. We would start off this drive with some easy completions with Baker, some easy reads, some just easy passes reads in general, just so we could boost our stats with Baker considering all our goals. But yeah, the drive not in great at all. This pass right here, as you're gonna see, I really don't know what I was thinking or what I was seeing. I think I was seeing ghost. Really, I'm so stupid. After that interception, I decided to just play it safe on the next drive with just some few dump offs and just some easy reads again, so I couldn't do anything stupid like I did last drive. So we just some easy completions, but the worst thing that could possibly happen on this drive happened. As you probably can see on the top of your screen right now, Baker got injured, and here's a replay of the sequence. I think it's Khalil Mack who hit him, and it actually doesn't look that bad. Tyrod Taylor would come in and finish off the drive for us. Luckily, Baker got back into the game with about a minute left, but unfortunately he got sacked on the first play, which is not that great for us, and on the second play he would throw an incompletion, so kind of a bad start. But on this important third down we would only get about 7 yards, so this fourth down is really crucial, and thankfully we got it on this completion over the middle. But a stupid tendency I can see I have is to continue throwing the ball over the middle. That's not that great when we need to save time, of course, but thankfully we get into field goal range on this completion right here, and we need to attempt about a 48-yarder with St. Gonzalez to send it to overtime, which I thankfully did. The kick went in, and we would start with the ball first in overtime. Our goal for this overtime was just to drain as much clock as possible. We would do this by making the simple reads and just some simple passes in general, just like we did in the fourth quarter. We would also try to implement the running game, which we didn't do earlier. This worked really great for us since we are already in field goal range. The reason why I really wanted to drain the clock so much was because if we had to settle for a field goal, the Raiders didn't have any chance to get back to score a touchdown or tie the game with another field goal. But that wasn't really a worry for us at all, since we would score on the next play right here to Corey Coleman, which would seal the first win for us, which is pretty important for us, since I was quite worried before the game and thought it would be kind of difficult to make the playoffs since we were 0-3, but this is a decent start for us in this series considering everything else. Here's a look at Baker's stat line from the game. 267 yards, 2 touchdowns, that's great for our objectives. Here's a little look at our objectives on the screen. Also, there was an interception. That doesn't matter at all. But most importantly, we got the win, which is really important for us considering we need to make the playoffs. And it's pretty difficult since we started 0-3. So with all things considered, I would say this episode has been quite the success, even though we had to force a loss. So thank you guys so much for watching, and bye!